What's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it's Women Rock Wednesday. It's Wednesday, my favorite day of the week. Women's Rock Wednesday. So we celebrate women. Really, we celebrate women every day. But on Wednesday, we give them a special nudge today, just to let them know they're special. And that's how we do it on the Chop Shop. And today we're gonna acknowledge our starting five. See the men come on. This is what I love about it. Look at Mark Edwards and a lot of the guys coming on. Corey Henderson, they come on recognizing this Women Rock Wednesday. I love that. I love to see that the guys and came on board, ladies. We it took them a while, but they didn't come on board. But the starting five, and every day we have a starting five. So we recognize the first five people that sign up to the Facebook feed or the YouTube feed. And we recognize them. Today, those are all women. We got Sonia Billingsley. Wow, y'all. It's five women for real. I wish I could take a picture. Sonia Billingsley, Kim Jackson, Anissa Ville, Mindy Collins, Dale Griggs in the building. That's the starting five. One guy tried to sneak in there. I ain't gonna call his name. And our sixth woman of the day is Candace Williams. So, ladies, let's start it. This Women Rock Wednesday, ladies. We are not gonna be outdone on this day. So text your friend, tell another friend, tell all your friends, tell them, hey, the Chop Shop is on. If you're on YouTube, go to the share button, right? And see, you know what? Somebody said, man, I don't know how to share. Somebody called me the other day and I had to teach them how to share. So go and push the share button. You go to your Twitter. If you got Twitter, click on that. It'll share to your Twitter. You can share it to your friends in your what you call it, your messaging setting. So it's Women Rock Wednesday. We celebrate today. What's up, Candace? Hey, Kim Jackson, I see you there. Let me see who else. Daddy Moody, he even recognizing the women today. Let me go through. Let's see. Hey, Akisa Stewart. Boy, let me see. Tamika. You know I'm looking for my girls today. Hold on, y'all, gentlemen. Yeah, I got you in there. Jacqueline Moser in the building. Hey, y'all, Jacqueline Moser, we got us on Women Rock Wednesday, we got us a new mom. Jacqueline Moser is in the building. What else I got for y'all today? It's Women Rock Wednesday. Just so much stuff. I want to share something. Since it's Women Rock Wednesday, I want to share something. I read this the other day, and we haven't been giving her enough, not necessarily publicity, but it's a woman have taken over TSU, the president of TSU, right? And by the way, Jimmy and I are invited. They're gonna have a special reception for her later this month, and I'm gonna go. I don't know of her, but I read a great story on her today. Her name is Licia L. Crumpton Young. She got a lot of names. Dr. Licia Crumpton Young. And she was just talking about TSU. She said, what is the transformative thing that they asked her a question? What is the most transformative thing that you're gonna do today? She said every day she get up. She said, what is the most transformative thing she gonna do? That is the question that Dr. Young asks herself at the start of each day. It's a question that causes her to act intentionally for a defined purpose. Check this out. This is my woman. She rocked today. Hey, the women on the Boom Boom Room, y'all think like this, but most women don't think like this. So I'm just sharing with y'all how y'all fellow woman think. She said, this is how she will approach each day of the presidency at Texas Southern University. She said, a working partnership with the students and staff, as well as alum and the community with Dr. Crumpton Young will be needed to make an effective change at the HBCU since it will require a mind shift. Check this out, y'all. For all to let go of the negativity of the past. Love this, Miss Crumpton. She said, let's let go of the negativity of the past and embrace the new era with a clean slate. Dr. Crumpton Young has plans to focus on the principles and innovation, transformation, and disruption to guide Texas Southern into the new era and restart and reset. Let me tell y'all something. And she's absolutely right. She's absolutely right. And I just thought about that. That slipped past me on my first reading of it. She said, let's shift. Let's have a mind shift. That's what I've been trying to do on this show for years. For us to have a mind shift. Y'all think about yesterday. We had the senior vice president of the Dallas Mavericks. Ain't but 30 NBA teams in the whole wide world. And he took out his time to come and spend it with us yesterday. Sometimes, let me tell y'all something. We got to realize sometimes, I know y'all are, but I just want people to be grateful and understand the things that we're doing. All of us doing this together, because we couldn't do it without you. Because if y'all wasn't here, I wouldn't dare call Greg and say, Greg, come on here. Y'all got to think about what we did. Ain't but 30 teams in the whole world in the NBA. And their senior vice president was here hanging with us yesterday. Y'all notice he didn't even talk about his book that much. You follow me? He just came on here to share a word. And he said he hoped, he texted me during the show and said, man, he loved the show. Texted me last night. I know he wanted to talk about it, but I was in meetings all night. Y'all, don't tell him, y'all. I was in meetings last night. I didn't have time for the vice president last night. I didn't have time for him last night. But Dr. Crumpton Young, man, y'all remember that name. She said, in order to have an effective change, all you alumni of HBCUs and all you alumni, YouTube was tweeting, wouldn't let me play a live video. I told you that. But check this out, y'all. She said we gotta have to effectively change at TSU. Gotta have require a mind shift, a mindset, a mind shift for all of us to let go of the negativity of the past. So I don't want to hear about that lady, y'all, every time I mention TSU, y'all bring up one lady's name. I don't want, she wasn't a problem. It was some problems before her. Oh, she's an AKA. I did not know that. Thank you, Jessica Brooks. I did not know that. Check this out. She said, and let's embrace a new era with a clean slate. Man, shout out to this lady. I can't wait. She answered a call. Her dad went to Prairie View. I think her mom went to TSU. It's a legacy woman. She know what it. Man, we got the sisters. Women Rock Wednesday. We got to embrace this woman, man. We got to hold her accountable. We got to make sure she don't fail. I'm a gentleman that went to a PWI, predominantly white institution, right? But I championed for TSU, Prairie View, Southern, just like I wish I would have went there. And really and truly, I wish I would have. You know, when I go back, look now, I wish I would have. And when we put people in place like this, we got to help them. We can't sit back like, Joe Biden, you in office, you got to do it. No, it takes all of us. It takes all of us, man. I mean, that's what when I got invited, I can't wait to see what I can do and what this show can do. That we can help move TSU further because it's a great institution, some great people, powerful people who have been came through those hallowed halls. Prairie View also, and we y'all. This is listen. You remember I told y'all these are our natural resources. We have to take care of them. I don't want to hear money about Carmelo Anthony giving some money to Syracuse. Syracuse got enough damn money. Situation happened, and I didn't tell y'all about it, but situation happened in Memphis. You remember when Penny hired Rasheed Wallace? Rasheed Wallace was going to be the head coach at LeMoyne-Owen University, HBCU in Memphis, right? He was going to bring Bonzi Wells on as his assistant. But when Penny came calling, Penny said, look, Sheed, you come. You handle my big man. Bonzi, let Bonzi get that job, and we going to help Bonzi. I think, let me, hold on. Oh, stop. Rasheed, you come over here to Memphis. Let Bonzi get that head coaching job, and let Bonzi hire another dude, and we gonna help Bonzi with the HBCU. Y'all see what I'm talking about, man? This is a whole nother university. And these guys all got together and said, man, we can help. We can help the HBCU. We can help Penny. We can help Rasheed. We can help Memphis. No longer if it's LeMoyne-Owen gonna not have a great package from a shoe company. Because if the other shoe company don't act right, guess what? This one right here. Because, yo, this how this stuff work, man. When we put, think about this, man. When we put the right people in power, see what they do. So guess what? We got a young lady. Man, I'm just so proud of her. I haven't met her. I can't wait to meet Dr. Young. I think this is the 12th. I think that's y'all 12th person y'all appointing. I think she's the 12th president. I think I saw that somewhere. I mean, y'all got to go get the article. I'm gonna see. Let me post this. I got to post this because this postable. I want y'all to. I really want y'all to check this lady out, man. She got credentials. I'll be here all day trying to talk about her credentials. I hope let me see. Can I get to? Come on, YouTube. Y'all kind of slow right there, YouTube. I'm gonna try to post it on both. Let me see. That might work. I hope that worked. Y'all let me know if that link worked or not. Style Magazine link. Oh, it's a long link. Wow. But share the show. Share the show, y'all. As soon as you come in, let's share the show. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. It's Women Rock Wednesday. But I just wanted to trying to see what time Jimmy come on before I get into some more topics. But he haven't texted me yet, so we can just. What do y'all want? Let me tell you something. Today, women, and I see a lot of people been sending me information. So a lot of people have been sending me information about the Sycamore High School stuff. Uh, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about these schools? You know, because we had people on last week talking about you know, these schools that are not untraditional schools. I don't say untraditional, just not public schools. What do y'all think about it? Because it's been a lot of jokes on social media about the school. You're joking about the guys were 20 something years old and all that kind of stuff. What do y'all think about that? Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. You know, let me check some comments out. What do y'all think? The longest I don't think they got as catfish as we. I know people have been talking about catfish, but ESPN, we said they got catfish, but Paragon is the group that usually schedule these games for them, and something happened with that. Yes, Kim, everybody gonna eat. Yeah, Kim, I like that, Kim. Kim, I didn't see you. You're right. But Kim, we all got to have a mindset like that. We all have to have a mindset like what Penny's doing in Memphis, man. Uh, yeah, but that is Moody. ESPN got some companies. Paragon, look up Paragon, as a marketing company. And what happens is that marketing company has been scheduling these games and the packages and the sponsorship packages and the marketing packages for most of these high school games. They didn't do their due diligence. And as much as these people lie online, that's why I keep telling y'all, man. Y'all remember when I keep telling y'all, what's up, Ken Lofton? I keep telling y'all, hey, man, don't go off one source. Don't even go. When you hear something from me or hear something from Jimmy, y'all go vet that stuff before y'all go tell it to other people. You know, because I vet the information that I do, but I might have missed something. You know, I want to get, I might, you know, it's a difference, y'all, and I want to explain to you. It's a difference in somebody intentionally giving you wrong information. And so I went up and looked up these two words: disinformation and information. What's up, Eric Raspberry? Disinformation. Disinformation is really, really horrible. It's false information, which is intended to mislead, especially propaganda. Issued by a government organization to a rival power or the media. So that's disinformation. Disinformation is false and misleading information. Now, you got a subset of that. It's called misinformation. And misinformation is something you might just do and you don't mean to. You just don't know. But some people out here giving you false information. And I don't know these people at this school. I'm reading different accounts. I mean, I'm reading article after article after article. Look, see Trey Phillips. You're right. You're right. And I ain't gonna lie. I tried to. Barry McDonald said Bishop Sycamore was actually scheduled to play some more Powerhouse. Yeah. So a lot of people got duped. You know, but guess what? I'm glad they brought it to the forefront. But what do you think about it? Now, should the program just disband now? You know, because you still got kids that want to go to college. What happens to the kids? Have we ever thought about that? Jackie Mosley, what's going to happen to the kids? What if Brandon Nickerson's son was playing for that team? See, I still care about him. Kim Jackson's son was playing on that team. Greg Nard said something so key. I told you I keep ringing in my mind. He said, Robert, a lot of the problem ain't with these kids, it's the parents. It's the grown-ups. Not just the parents, it's the grown-ups. It's unique, y'all. I'm just telling you. What's going to happen to those guys who were playing? Then, y'all, I read a. This is why I tell us that we have to always be mindful of things. Eric, and I'm glad you're on here today. We got to be mindful of things. I was listening to Joe Madison this morning and saw an article where said black or African American people in the U.S. are currently the most targeted racial group with a nearly 40% spike in reported incidents. So I'm glad you're on here, Eric. Stuff must stop, man. Root Magazine, Root Magazine, online magazine. Happy Women Rock Wednesday, everybody. Hate crimes in the U.S. have reached a new high, the FBI reports. It's real. That's why I always tell us we got to be together. That's why we can't be fighting each other. On Monday, today Wednesday, the FBI released its annual hate crime statistics report, which found that the number of the reported hate crimes have reached the highest it's been in 12 years. The Justice Department and FBI are required by the 1990 Hate Crime Statistic Act to publish an annual report on hate crimes. Yes, I piggyback that off of what's going on because I see a lot of hate and I saw a lot of stuff directed toward those kids on this team, directed toward the coaches and administrators on the team. I got an email and a text full of stuff. Man, we got to watch what we do, Corey. We need to know this kind of stuff, man. Sit there, took some notes this morning. You know, I'm just trying to see where I had them. Historically, y'all, it's always, thank you, Joe Madison. Historically, there's always backlash to our advancement as a people. Don't ever forget this. Whenever we advance, every time we succeed, there's backlash. And slavery. Even when they abolished slavery, they still had a fugitive. They had what they call a Fugitive Slave Act, and you can be free, and you can be snatched off the street. Every time we have advancement, is backlash. 13, 14, 15 Amendment. Now you can hold public offices. Guess what? Backlash. Here comes the KKK, Jim Crow. Now you're able to own stuff. You built up Tulsa. You built up a lot of places. You become successful. Backlash. It's history. Voting Right Act came into play. Backlash. Start burning down our churches. Burning down little girls in churches. Bombing churches with little girls in them. Lynching people. Backlash. Was it Schwerner? The three civil rights guys are sworn. I don't know the other two names. I'm sorry. Two white guys and one black guy. They went down to Mississippi. Civil rights workers trying to register people vote. Killed all three of them. And the black one, they castrated him. What makes a man want to grab on another man's private parts and cut them off? Got to be sick. First black president. Backlash. Gave us the Affordable Care Act. That same act that everybody was talking about and calling it Obamacare. A lot of people that's on these breathing machines in the hospitals didn't want this act to pass. But that act is saving their life right now. Backlash. Defeated Trump. Backlash. Now they want to change the rules of the game of voting. The reason I tell you this stuff, yeah, we're going to talk about sports. We got to, what Jimmy said, we got to pay attention. Thank you, Eric. It's, you know, every time we have success. Remember the other day, and I know some of y'all you didn't understand where I was coming from, because when I was applauding University of Memphis and that staff for getting the #1 recruiting class again, first thing somebody have to say something, where they got to win. Backlash. Every time we have success. Backlash. So now I hope you understand. TSU. Probably when I got to talking about Dr. Young being the new TSU president, first thing in some people's mind, man, backlash. Yo, listen to me. We getting enough backlash everywhere else. I'm just trying to cut down the backlash within our own community. Can you do that for me? I'm going to take a quick break. I just want y'all to think about that, but I got some, hold up. You know I got some highlights for y'all. You know I got my young fellas. I think your son might be in this video. Let me know if he is, Miss Mosley. But Chop Shop, we'll be back in a minute.
Go on, go on.
That was the 2022 class. The 2022 class, and I'm gonna go back and forth because I mean these young kids, man. You know, I sit there and watch them and looked at them. They enjoy this game, and it's a game to them. And it's so pure out there on the court. That's why us as adults, let's make it. Even I told y'all, I wish I had Greg Nard's book. You know, we can't put that much pressure on this kid about basketball if you're not putting that kind of pressure on his ass about his grades. I'm just telling y'all that right now. You know, they got to go, especially in this climate, y'all. I keep trying to explain to y'all. The teachers, I said I'm praying for the teachers. Y'all be careful out there. Kids they're going back to school. These kids going to school in a pandemic, some we have never did. I ain't never had to go to no school in no pandemic. I don't know how it feel. I never had to teach. That's why I pray for the teachers. I never had to, so I sit back and just try to make make us aware of what we're doing. But I did see something funny, y'all. Did anybody see the video of the team, the Sycamore team, before they went out and got smashed? The pregame speech. I had to show y'all that. I had to show y'all that. I started. Somebody told me don't show them that. I had to show y'all this. Watch this. Did y'all hear him? If you ain't ready to take a life, don't come out here. Let's treat this like a stick up. We got beat by 1,000. Wesley Yates, you got to help me with that one. That is Moody. Yeah, God. That is Moody. What? Y'all, we got to do better, man. Yo, Darryl Bowen, did you hear what that man said? Man, I got so much stuff for y'all. I'm trying to wait on Jimmy, but I ain't gonna be able to wait on him. But did y'all process and sleep on the Cam Newton thing? Somebody give me a place that Cam Newton should go. Give me a good team that they should go. Who was that? Matt Carjol. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me see what she said. Now I'm about being burned. Anyone higher? I'm just praying that, oh Lord. Okay. We're going to pray for you. We're going to pray for you. Thank you. Paul Miranda said different times these days, they're cutting corners in today's game. Thank you. Gary Sinclair said the Cowboys. Why? Why Dallas? So you want him to come take that? Jackie, you must don't like that. If you don't like Dallas, don't be calling Dallas. Don't do him like that. Cam will help Dallas. But I don't want to take away from Dak. Now, if Dak is not healthy, I mean, I think it's a good thing. But yeah, Cam would be a feat in Houston. Yes. Yeah. But would y'all embrace him? You know what? No, Houston. These Houston fans, oh my God, no. If they'll kill Zach. They'll kill. The Texans need anybody. Y'all have killed Dak. So y'all don't like Tyrod Taylor already. See what I'm saying? Already. Jackie, you like more? Okay, Jackie. Okay, all right. I'm just wondering. I tell you what. Y'all know how I feel about the Texans. If Cam was to come to Texans, I'll cheer for him. I'll even go to the game. I would. I'm serious. I'm looking at y'all comments. I would. Got something else I want to share of Kevin Freitman. Share the show, y'all. Kevin Freitman finna love this. Y'all watch this. Watch this. I got something for you. Watch this. Tell me what you think about this, y'all. This is something we should be imparting to our young kids. Check this out.
You make it hard now, it becomes easier later. You do it easy now, it becomes hard. So do the hard work now, it becomes easier later. But then there's always a level. It's like, okay, I got to work harder now. Now I plateau. Now I got to find another way to challenge myself, right? Because there's always somebody. Always somebody. Remember, you're up against millions. Every day you wake up, you're like, hold on. Man, it ain't just Gulfport High I'm playing against. I'm playing against millions. Just looking for that spot. And I gotta separate myself from everybody else in order to get it. So what, 300 and some spots? Out of millions, I gotta get there. And even when you get there, guess what? Every year, somebody younger and fresher coming up out of the scene. You make it hard now.
Did y'all see that? Paul Miranda, I like what you said, but let's just make that out of a conversation. Paul Miranda, you said, but with leagues popping up like overtime, what's the point if they don't have to go to school? What do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, help me, because I like what you said now, but I won't address it. Now, I know it's not my thinking, but that is thinking of many others. They don't even have, yes, they do. Listen, overtime ain't for everybody. They ain't going to get but 20-some guys. What about the other millions? Did Paul, maybe you didn't see the video. What about the other millions? Overtime ain't going to take but 20-some guys, Paul. No, but it's unique, Paul. Paul, I love what you're saying now. But let's elevate your question a little bit. What do you mean? Most kids ain't going to do that. Overtime don't want every kid. So let overtime take its place. You made a comment here about pushing books and effort of the game. Yes, you can, but everybody ain't going to. Listen, Paul, everybody ain't going to. Paul, and you should know this. We ain't going to win. Every kid got different paths, Paul. We know it's more than overtime. It's got to be more than overtime. Paul, listen to me. Read my lips. Overtime ain't going to give away but 30 slots. Okay? What about the other millions of kids? Paul, overtime going to take care of itself. There are other, let them keep popping up. We got to teach our kids that is something better. That's all. Paul, if your son was good enough, would you send your son to overtime? Ivan Petty Jr., if your son was good enough, would you send your son? See, all of this is a personal choice. Or would overtime want your son? So first of all, Paul, we got to be prepared in case overtime don't want your ass. We still got to be prepared, Paul, because guess what? After overtime, where do you go? You follow me? So, Paul, our job is just to educate the ones that we can. You can't tell nobody else what to do, Paul. We just got to keep educating the ones that we can. Think about it. What his name? Jalen Durham? He didn't choose overtime. He chose Memphis. Amani Bates? He didn't choose overtime. He chose Memphis. So, some people, we're not going to win it all, Paul. It's not a zero-sum game, Paul. Paul, we're not going to win. Paul, we just got to save the ones that we can. Jason Peters, I don't know how long overtime will last. It's never been a model like this. But I asked Greg Nard before we came on the show. I asked him a question. We were talking, and I mentioned overtime. He said, "What is overtime?" It's the senior vice president of the Dallas Mavericks. He didn't know what the hell I was talking about. I had him Google it while we had to do our sound check before the show. Paul said, "I'm always going to teach minds the right way." It's not, no, we don't do shortcuts. Who's to say overtime is a shortcut? Paul, remember we were saying Jason last year, Paul, because it might not be a shortcut to those 30 parents, Paul. You know what I'm saying? It might not be a shortcut. They might think it's something that they want to do. They might not consider it a shortcut, Paul. Because, Paul, what you do in your house and what Jason does in his house and what I do in my house are completely different from what everybody else thinks about. All I'm trying to do is give you principles of stuff that I've learned in this space to try to help parents a little bit better. You got to think about it. Evidently, they got, I don't know how many guys they got, y'all. I don't even keep up with overtime. So I think their aim is to get about 30 guys. I think. I heard the number. That's just 30 kids. Okay. So now what we have to do, just like you did Ignite, you remember everybody was sitting back to wait what was going to happen with Jalen Green and Kuminga. Let's see where they're going to get drafted, because they went to what? Ignite, something that was new. A lot of people thought Ignite wasn't going to be. You remember? Y'all was talking about who they going to play against. All they going to play. I remember. You go with what worked for yours. That's what we got to do. We can't, let me tell you something. I can give you all this information. And you got a choice to take it. We ain't asking you to, you ain't mentioning no name. You just, overtime is a shortcut to get to real pro basketball. Just like Australian overseas has done for a lot of players. Well, I like to think of it as, Paul, as a minor league that gets you ready for professional ball. Why can't it be like AA, AAA ball? See, we could talk about it now because we hadn't seen the fruits of it. Let us go through its process. And yes, thank you. Yes, they are going to homeschool somebody. Thank you, Sonia. But Paul, if you never did it and you never try something, how you know it wouldn't work? Paul, they thought the Wright brothers were some damn fools thinking you can fly. They thought, what's that? Thomas Edison tried the light bulb 3,000 times. Oh, yeah, 3,000 times. We would have quit. A lot of us would have quit at 12. So I think it's a unique opportunity. I just don't understand the business model. You remember I keep saying, I don't understand overtime's business model. I'm a businessman. I like to know the business part of it. But I can't tell these young kids, we can go home to school me. If that's the route they want to take, I'm going to get homeschooled. I'm going to get some money. I'm going to play basketball. I'm going to get homeschooled. I'm going to get some money. I'm going to play basketball. I'm going to get homeschooled. I'm going to get some money. I'm going to play basketball. Sometimes it's hard for you to turn down. How many leagues have we been seeing lately? It ain't this. But guess what? You still got to try. Paul, I'm going to help you out. Paul, they said the same thing about the ABA. Go read your history. The American Basketball, because they had the NBA over here already. The American Basketball Association. Paul, I read in history where a lot of people were saying what you were saying, Paul. These leagues, there's a lot of leagues been coming. Over time ain't the first. ABA, I'm this here. But the ABA became something to reckon with. The whole, and guess what? They got Dr. J, Moses Malone, Spencer Haywood. They got all these bad dudes and made them so viable. Guess what? The NBA had to merge with them, Paul. Another, Paul, the AFL, Paul. It was the mighty NFL and the Green Bay Packers and Baltimore Colts. They started this little AFL with Joe Namath and Al Flores and all of them over in the AFL. They talking about that's that little league over there. That's that old minor league over there. Paul, guess what? They became so powerful, they had to merge. All overtime is doing is giving you an option in life. That's all it's doing. You don't have to take the option. They hadn't put a pistol to nobody's head, Paul. They ain't put a book in nobody's head. Hey, put a pistol in nobody's head. Paul, do me a favor. Have you read the whole business model? I'm just asking a question. Have you read the whole business model for overtime? Because I'm not going to see it go back and forth with you. Because, sometimes when, somebody told me a long time ago, when a person think they know something, ain't nothing I can say that change. No matter what it is, ain't no use in me keep on going. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. As for you and your house, you're going to do what you want to do. But, give this thing a chance. You don't have to. You can sit and talk about it, till you're blue in the face. These kids are there. These kids going to be a part of the inaugural class of it. And let's just see. Let's just see. Let's hope for the best. And if something happens, let's have a catcher's mitt that'll be able to help them. That's all. Just have a catcher's mitt out. Saying, okay, now, this is what you got to do now. But guess what? Hey, let me tell you something. First couple of years, hey, let's see it work. I'd love to see new stuff. See, I sit there and explain to you some stuff that now you really dude, back in that time, Paul Miranda, people thought them people in the ABA was freaking crazy. Spencer Haywood, where you going to ruin your life? Moses, you ruin your life going over there, Moses. You're ruining your life. George Gervin, you're ruining your life if you go over there. And guess what? It happened for her. So it's all good. I understand your experience. You say you knew a few kids back from Kimball who can't A can't miss prospect. Hey, let me tell you something. Now, Paul, I agree with you. Ain't nobody a can't miss prospect. No one. Lenny Cook was the best in he was better than LeBron. They had him better than LeBron. And y'all don't know. I hear your message, Paul. How do we prevent stories from coming back for our kids? Sometimes, Paul, you can't prevent every mistake, Paul. Paul, you got to let them make some. Let me repeat that because I don't think he got it. My spirit telling me you didn't get it. Paul, we're not going to prevent everybody from making a mistake. Paul, ain't nobody stopping you from making no mistakes. Matter of fact, some of my mistakes I've learned the most from. You follow me? I mean, I understand, Paul, the preacher preached every week in the congregation. Do you think everybody in the congregation listen to what the preacher? He's saying the same thing you do. Hear my message, Hatter. How do we prevent all these people from coming back? Paul, everybody. Paul, you can't. Paul, everybody ain't gonna do it your way, baby. Yes, everybody ain't gonna do it your way. See how I kept calm today, Paul? Let me give me a hold up. Y'all messing my throat up. Hold. I had to get that tea up. Paul, for these last 5 years, Paul, Jimmy and I has been on this show giving people information on the recruiting process. Okay? Don't you know people still make mistakes? People still don't take heed to what we say. People still, we've had college coaches. Y'all hear this out. What my girl, Miss Jackie. Miss Jackie, I know you're new to the show. Miss Jackie, it's 353 Division I coaches. 150 of them has been on this show. All of them watch this show. So yes, somebody saw your son. They're going to watch it. Somebody saw your son. Somebody heard me talking about your son. That's why I do it. That's why I do it. I know they listening. But what's the key thing about this thing? Everybody don't do it the way. This way. I've had college coaches telling people this how. Listen. We even created an acronym called Parents Gone Wild, PGW. Miss Jackie Mosley. We talk about it like every week. And guess what, Paul Miranda? It's still parents going out there still going wild. I've been trying to teach them and try to help them not to do it. But guess what, Paul? It ain't, Paul, what's the right way? What's right for you might not be right for nobody else. It just might not. See, what we got to do is get out of our own way. Yeah, everybody want to get to heaven, but but it's all right. Paul. It's all right. You know what I've been finding out, y'all? Just me. You're going to get criticism, y'all, from everybody. People on this chop shop, people, I get criticism every day. Criticism in the industry. The text and the email I get. I understand. Paul, you're going to get criticism. But what I want to do and what I love about the people who went and took out the time to explore overtime and chose overtime, because they didn't let all the criticism stop them. See, ladies and gentlemen, always remember the first gatekeeper you're going to meet in your life is yourself. Sometimes yourself tell you not to do this, not to do this. I'm talking about me, telling you about my life. I never come on this show and tell y'all this the right way. And I'm not going to allow Paul Miranda to say it's the right way. It's his way. I ain't never told you this is the right way. You got to, this is the way. My name ain't Jesus. The hell I'm going to tell somebody. Y'all got to think about it, Paul. Greatest man alive, Jesus. He couldn't keep 12 loyal. He's the greatest leader ever. Jeremy Cunningham said the older generation want the younger generation to play it safe, when the younger generation is not afraid to take risks. I like that, Jeremy. Let's not be the gatekeeper. Other people gonna try to keep us out. Let's not keep ourselves out. Paul, that's what I love about what these young cats did. They said, hey, thinking about this stuff y'all talking about. Paul, and what if one of these young men said, man, I'm over here at high school. I'm at a public high school. I mean, the competition ain't there. You know, in my district, man, I don't play but 2 minutes. I can't play but 8 minutes in the district, coach. We up by 1,000 before while I'm on the court. I had to sit down half the game anyway. And I'm better than the rest of the guys. And I just want more for myself. I'm too young. They won't let me go to the NBA. They got a rule against that. I can't go overseas. They would take me, but during this pandemic, they ain't trying to do it. So somebody invented something called overtime that allowed me to go play basketball, be homeschooled, and get a check around better players, better coaching. Might have to think about that. You might have to think about that. Somebody said, hey, I'm looking for. Check this out, y'all. Hold up. Hold up. I'm going to go back there, y'all. But see, this is the uniqueness of the Chop Shop. Medical Mike from Concierge Scheduling. He said, hey, buddy, I'm looking for an LVN nurse. Work from Monday to Friday. A school nurse. If you want to put it out on the Chop Shop, I'm good with somebody that needed a job. So when I let this thing scroll across, y'all don't have to tell me. I'm finna scroll Mike's number across the bottom. Looking for an LVN nurse to work from Monday through Friday as a school nurse. Call this number. I mean, if you know, coach, if you need a job, if you tired of that old one, if Money Mike, if Medical Mike, one of the sponsors of this show, he gonna make sure you straight. This is what this show is about, y'all. It ain't about me going. Y'all gotta understand, some people we ain't gonna never convince. And I'm not trying to convince Paul Miranda. Homeschooling work for Justin Jackson. In the league. And Paul, everybody ain't gonna make it. Listen to me, Paul. There's 30 of them guys. Paul, I don't know the percentage. Ain't nowhere in the world all them guys gonna make it to the league. I understand that. But Paul, I'd rather be condemned, Robert Hatter, for building bridges than to be applauded for blowing them up. I'd rather be condemned. Get mad at me for building bridges. Because people get mad at me all the time. You're trying. The seeds I planted years ago, it's happening now. Guys are working together that had never worked together before because of the seeds that I planted on this show. Yeah. Kerry Holmes. You're right. You got to try it. But like I said, condemn me for trying to build these bridges. Don't applaud me because I'm blowing. Some people. Oh, he told me that's a good quote. You know what, man? Like I got another one for the highest. What are you telling me about the highest human act? The highest human act is to inspire. I'm gonna tell y'all. Can I tell y'all a story, Jackie? When I first started on the show about 6 years ago, my son was still in school. He went to Ivy League school, doing well. But you know what? When I come on the show, I wanted to share with the people, Jackie. I wanted another black family to experience what I experienced. I wanted to inspire. Since then, at least 5 kids have enrolled in an Ivy League school because of what they heard me talk about the experience of me and my son on this Chop Shop. One kid just sent me, the dorm room, and the same dorm room that my son was in. And he sent me a picture of him. You see that smile on my face? That's somebody else's family. That their kids, like that young man, I inspire their kids gonna grow up saying, I can go to HBCU if I want to. But I can also, since my dad's a legacy, my mom's a legacy, I can go to Ivy League school too. I can go to Ivy League school undergrad and go to a HBCU grad. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, man, this community, this boom boom room, you got so much power, y'all. Can y'all imagine in the future the political power we're gonna have? That's what runs this country. Y'all can sit back and complain. I don't like Kamala. Let me tell you something. Enough of us got the power to vote their ass out. Like y'all voted that damn fool out. Vote no matter. Yes, don't you ever let that come out your mouth around me. If that's what you believe, get the hell away from around me. Wise man told me, look at, hey, Michael Smith done put it on the screen for you. Call him anyway, Jackie. I just put his, just call him anyway. Call Money Mike anyway. Call him at that number right there. And, cause y'all might be able to hook another lady up. You follow me? Jackie, you might know somebody else and know somebody else that knows somebody else. Let me put that back on the screen. Thank you, Mike. Y'all, we got it good. You got to understand, guys in Memphis, guys in Miami, guys all over, man, hey, man, can we do this? I said, of course you can do it there. I said, but guess what? All of these same principles on the Chop Shop can work anywhere. This can work in Minnesota. This can work anywhere. Winston Churchill said something, y'all, one time. He said, when you're 20, you care about what everybody thinks. When you're 40, you stop caring about what everybody thinks. When you're 60, you realize no one was ever thinking about you in the first place. Hey, I like that old Winston. Hold up, Jimmy. Hey, man, I'm going to dock you, man. I don't know. What you been doing today? Hey, I'm finna let you have it. Wait a minute. Hold up, y'all. Let me bring him in. What's up, man? Look. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all stop me. When he look like that, man, he finna tell me something. Okay, come up in the screen. Can you bring yourself up in the screen a little? Are you still in the same? Yeah. Oh, okay. You're back. Okay, you're in a better situation. Y'all, Jimmy was winging it yesterday. Y'all should have seen the apparatus he had hooked up over there. I don't know what he was doing. I'm gonna post it for y'all one day. He didn't tell me to, but that man had that thing. We can't say that word no more. But ninja rigged. It's rigged. It was he rigged that thing up yesterday and got on the show. But what's up, Jimmy? Man, we were we was just talking. Man, you know what? I was just communicating life with him because I knew you was gonna come on, and we was just talking. It's Women Rock Wednesday, and I know a lot of moms was there, and I was just trying to give moms some stuff, man. Just give them some stuff more than because I know we finna give them some sports right now. So I was just sharing.
What's going on? I see Michael Smith on there today. What's going on, Michael Smith?
Get what he did. Mike, get what Mike texted me and said. This is why I love the Chop Shop. This Women Rock Wednesday. Guess what Mike texted me? Hey, Rob, I'm looking for an LVN nurse to work from Monday through Friday, a school nurse. If you want to put it out on the Chop Shop, I'm good with it. Somebody might need a job. That's what Michael Smith does for this community. And put his number on there. And guess what? Miss Jackie Moses said, I'm a LVN. I'm going to call it. That's what I love about this Chop Shop, man. Go on, Jimmy. You good?
Yeah, I'm reading some of the comments. I see they talking about
Cornell
taking trades and stuff and all that stuff and work.
Oh,
dude, where did that come from?
Dude, we just talking about getting better, man. Hey, we talking about getting. Let me tell you something, Jimmy. Jimmy, one day this platform and these people in the boom boom room, we're gonna become so powerful. Jimmy, presidential candidates and senators gonna come to this town saying, where is the boom boom room? I need to talk to them. I need to talk to Coach. They move the needle. That's why if you're not subscribed to YouTube right now, boy, y'all be shaming yourself right now. I'm ashamed. I ain't never said that. And I know most of y'all are. but get your friends to subscribe. Jimmy, we on a race to 1,000. Jimmy, I don't know what I'm going to do. When we get to 1,000, that 1,000 person, I don't know what. Hey, if Cam Newton come, y'all might not like it. If he come to Texas, I'm going to make sure you have ringside seats to see Cam Newton. Jimmy, I can't wait till that 1,000. Jimmy, you know what? And all the 1,000 does, Jimmy, is it tells Google. Because Google on YouTube, y'all, in case you didn't know. It tells Google, hey, something going on over there. They got 1,000 people subscribing to them. Something is going on over there. Let me, Jimmy, what you say, the logarithm? Let me adjust the algorithms. Every time Kim Jackson, you push the like button and keep pushing the like button and keep putting the like button, push the like button, like. Guess what that's telling YouTube? Something on here that Kim Jackson likes. That's how this stuff works. So we're becoming Jimmy. So Jimmy, let me tell you something. We're empowering. This Women Rock Wednesday. We're empowering people today. So what else you got there, Doc? What else you got? What you got?
Man. We got I mean, we said yesterday, we touched on it, and let's get on this topic today. And of course, if you're tuning in, yes, we are going to present to you the top performers from Rucker on Wood, the 2022 session today on the Chop Shop. We'll get to that about a quarter till. So that way you got 30 minutes. It's 13 minutes past the hour. You got roughly 30 minutes to let everybody know. Get the word out. If they Rucker on Wood, the seniors, the 12th graders, we will release those names per the college coaches who were in attendance. We'll release those names of the top performers today at about a quarter past the hour.
This the 22? This the 22, Jimmy?
2022, that's the 12th graders.
Okay.
So that way now we get everything out the way. And Hal, I got to end on the dot because we're running. I had to come on in and get this hour in. Roughly an hour in. I got to go and pull. I got to keep pulling a rabbit out of my hat like Rocky and Bullwinkle today. I got to keep bouncing around. I got some stuff to do. We're getting ready and prepared, of course, as we proceed into the holiday weekend. Here's go first. This Bishop Sycamore Academy. Let's go and let you guys take a deep breath on that. That's the football. That's the program that consisted and included a football team that played on ESPN last week and got throttled by Powerhouse IMG Academy. Now, this team was supposed to play another team this weekend. They canceled. They were supposed to play Duncanville on the weekend after Labor Day. They canceled on yesterday as well. And so now there appears to be like the governor of Ohio on yesterday. He sent a directive to the governing body of education in the state of Ohio to swiftly investigate this program. And if they are found to be in violation or not in compliance of the academic requirements set forth by the state of Ohio, then they are, from what I understand, they are preparing to potentially prosecute some people. So this Ryan Merritt.
Why would they criminally prosecute him? On what?
I say potentially.
Okay.
If there's
on what grounds? I'm just trying to find on what grounds.
Well, it could be if you're investigating it could be a number of things that could transpire. Number one thing that could come to mind that I'm just possibly, if you got money from the government and that money was earmarked for certain things, just say for housing, and the kids didn't get the housing, get the money, that means that could be a misappropriation of funds. You know, so I'm just giving an example. If you got funds and you can't account for them, that's how. And one of the administrators already has a criminal history that involves fraud allegations. So that's a red flag before you even start investigating. So I'm just saying that now there's allegations that some of these kids, some of these players had already enrolled in college and then decided to come back and landed in this program. Mm-hmm. That investigation, if that found to be true, then, you know, what do you say? I mean, we see prep schools of such pop up all the time, all over. And the message that the teachable moment that I can think of out of this situation is, parents, you're not doing enough homework. You're not doing enough homework. That's far too many people that was in this program, or that's in all programs. And all you got to do is simply request the phone number for somebody that went there before. It's called a reference check. If you're a business owner out there, before you hire somebody in a legitimate business, you know what you're going to do, or they're going to do? They're going to call one of your references. Why is it so hard for parents to make a phone call? It's simple to get the number. Don't even say, well, how are we going to get the number? Well, guess what? If you are in that space, I can tell you how you can get the number. You simply, when those people are recruiting you, when they're making their pitch, you ask them, do you have any numbers of some former players? They're going to say, sure. Now, know what they're going to do? They're going to give you the numbers of the players or the parents that's allies that they know is going to co-sign you. Now, when you talk to those parents, if you are encourageable or strong enough to call one of them, then guess what you do? You get some more numbers from those parents. Hey, by the way, I only had your number. Do you have one of the other teammates' mother's or father's phone number that I can call? I want to get a second, just want to pick their brains. And then trust me, soon enough, after 3 or 4, give 3 checks, 3 reference checks. And I promise you will find out what you need. Or if you don't want to do that, then you look and see, because everybody claims they have players that they've got these many kids in college, or they have this going on. Then you look on the roster. See where a kid went to college at. Whoever did the scouting service in that particular area, they should have the telephone numbers of that kid. If there's a college coach that's recruiting your son and you're considering that, or that has ever recruited your son, call that particular college coach and ask him, Coach, I need a number on somebody that went to this school and played for that program. Do you have one? It's ways. I'm telling you, I got to do. Closed mouth can't get fed, but it's far too many that's turning a blind eye to these types of practices. Everybody's going to claim we ain't doing nothing wrong. Everybody's going to claim, and you hear horror stories, Ada. Kids sleeping on floors, kids no food in the refrigerators, unfathomable living conditions. I mean, you hear it all the time. We've had programs like that in Houston, and you don't hear it until it's too late, when the wheels come off, then you get to hear all the horror stories. And what you guys may not know, here's the thing, here's the hook. Most of these prep schools, the vast majority, if not all of them, there's a fee for most of the people that is in attendance. Now, they have scholarships as well, but it's going to be offset. Let's say, for example, we have the Robert Hatter Prep School, and they're going to have a hoop team. They're going to be called the Tigers, and they're going to wear the Memphis Tigers colors, blue and white. Like that mess he got on right there.
See, I just talk good about your university, but keep going. Keep going.
But just imagine. But now he's going to get a team, a basketball team. It's going to be 10 players. Plus 2. It's going to carry the 12. There are 10 players. Out of them 10, you're going to have 4 scholarship players that you're going to give, right? 2 of those will be a half scholarship, right? So that means 5 scholarships that you done gave out. So that means the other 5, you're going to charge them $5,000 a piece. $5,000 a piece. So that means you're going to raise, think about it, you're going to raise $5,000 a piece times 4, right? Well, I'm sorry, times the plus the 2, number 11 and number 12. So that's 30 grand plus the 2 half scholarships. That's $31,000 that we're going to raise, and we got in the kitty for this program. Not count. So then we got to work with. Guess who? So what do you think at 31,000 goes? The classes that these kids take is online classes. They cost about $300 a piece. If you were at prep school, you only can replace, by the law of the NCAA, only 1 core class. So no matter how many classes these kids going to take, if they're, I'm talking about the seniors, I'm not talking about the underclassmen, you can only replace 1 if you are senior. So do the math. So now you wonder why so many are popping up, right? If you wonder why so many are popping up, that's easy money. Easy, like they say on the East Coast, easy peasy. You think about it.
So that's why these games are popping up, because of money.
The games or the schools?
Because the reason we highlighting this thing, we wouldn't be talking about this today if these guys wasn't duped by ESPN.
That's right.
Okay,
we wouldn't. That's the sad part about it.
We wouldn't be talking about it. So I'm just trying to figure out, because y'all was sending me some information via text yesterday. I just didn't understand. I couldn't follow the breadcrumb because I don't understand some of the information y'all talking about. One of the guys used to be with Prime Prep and used to have. I mean, just so much stuff going on. What is a parent to do? Would your advice to be, just from you, would your advice to be just stay away from these schools?
No, I mean, you can't say that because it's like any apples. That doesn't, just because there's a bad apple doesn't mean all apples are nasty. Just because there's a bad strawberry don't mean all strawberries are nasty. It's like grassroots coaches. It's like high school coaches. No, they don't make the whole field bad. No, it don't. It's about doing your homework, though, man.
What was really bad about this situation? That these guys wasn't top players? Let's say these guys were good and beat the hell out of this other team. What if they had to beat the hell out of IMG? Would we be talking? Would this story be? Would this be a story?
The thing is, Hatter, if they would have won the game, I think it would have still been a story, but it would have had a different angle to it. I really believe. You know what I'm saying? It would have been like now. In other words, you remember the stories we saw a couple of years back, whatever. Hell, and one went to Dallas and moved into Dallas where he was 20.
Oh, that old ass kid. Yeah. And was messing with them. And guess what? Doesn't happen until he stopped messing with the girl, the high school girl. That's why his ass got arrested.
Yeah.
He thought he was balling. It still wasn't that cold. 23 years old playing against 17 and still probably wasn't all this. I remember that guy. He would never come on the show. I tried to get him on the show. But keep going. I'm just trying to figure out. So what it seemed like to me, Jimmy, it leaves a whole lot of room to the devil. this situation right here, you leaving a whole lot of room for fraud and a whole lot of room for. I'm just trying because I heard some of the accounts from some of the kids who went to the school. Why we didn't hear that story before? We get a lot of this information after they're lost. Maybe maybe the media
People
didn't
was
pick.
pissed off. The media was pissed off because it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing because
Okay.
from what I understand, I
Okay.
didn't watch the game, Adam, but from what I understand, the commentators during the game, they were really pissed because, and this is understand about media, mainstream media that is, and journalists, when you make their job hard, their evaluations are going to be hard. And what happened, think about during the broadcast, first of all, the team didn't supply a roster until right nearing game time. And I have a copy of a roster that they provided to the team that they played. It wasn't the day before, as we said yesterday, it was the 2 days before the IMG, they played a game.
Yeah.
And I have a copy of that roster, Hatter. And I'm going to send this roster to you. And I already know what you're,
I saw it. I've seen it. How they got a lot of names crossed out.
It had positions on an Excel document, and it had the names of the players. Yeah. No jersey numbers, no height, no class on purpose. They didn't put no class on there. We understand that. And what I later learned is that they've already started investigating. Remember, the governor said swift investigation. That means right now, somebody stop what you're doing, get your butt down to that program, wherever they're supposed to be located. They have a P.O. box as an address, and get to talking to some people. So now they've interviewed some players, Howard. And some of those depositions, if you for the better sake of the word, has been published, which, and that's so. But what they did was they protect the names of the players. They will call them like player number 1, player number 2, player number 3. To protect the names of those student athletes.
Yeah.
I'll read you an excerpt from one of the interviews. This was happening in the last 24 hours. Player number 1. We were told we were going to come to play ball, right? Part of the recruiting pitch. We were supposed to be practicing at Ohio State's facilities. I can't make this up, y'all. I can't, right? Let me finish reading.
Keep on.
But we ended up practicing right outside of the apartment complex. And there were 2 other Ohio State students living there. Later on down the road in the season, we didn't practice. We'd go out there once a week and we'd go straight to the games.
Get the hell out of here.
I can't. This is now player number 2.
I know what I saw it. I'm just making a fact. Keep going.
Player number 2 says, yeah, like when we just played IMG last week, we didn't practice the whole week.
And you can tell.
We actually practiced the morning of the game, and then we walked out and played IMG.
Jimmy, what about the P.O. box, Jimmy? Jimmy, they had a P.O. box for the address of the school.
And the coach says that was for the safety of the kids. Because he didn't want the kids to be they were bullied or whatnot for going to the school.
And Jimmy, you know what? I didn't talk about this as much because when I look at the coach and the coach look like me, now I see, man. Hey, y'all, when we are in positions of power, y'all, we got to do it right, man. We can't do this. Somebody else probably can get away with that. We're not going to get away with this, man. I mean, we got to do things with excellence because guess what? We got other, we got other prep schools or alternative schools are popping up that might be legitimate, and people won't give them a chance because of this mess. You know, I mean, whenever we trying to build something here, and we always have people, just what you said earlier. Now, Paul Miranda. Now, these are grown ass people trying to take shortcuts. You worry about the young kids taking shortcuts to overtime. These are what you call shortcuts. Dude, you can't. The first place you got to have is somewhere somebody can live. And parents, I'm mad at y'all's ass. Cause the first Jimmy, hey, you can be mad at me all you wanna. First thing when I went to Cornell, I wanted to see what? Where he gonna live. And that's a institution that's been around for 150 years. But Daddy wanted to know where he lived. How far is from this? How far is it from the gym? How far is it from the library? I wanted to know where he wanted to live. So, Jimmy, somebody sent them kids over there to them. Somebody went for, we gonna practice at Ohio State. And Jimmy, all you had to do was call Ohio State. Come on, man. Hey, man, we can sit here and blame the coach and can blame the administrator, Jimmy. But Jimmy, let me tell you something. These parents just send their kids off any damn where. I want to go. I ain't getting no love in Texas. I'm finna go here. They don't love me enough. They don't show me enough attention. Hey, man, we got to do better. Come on, Jimmy. Get on in there, man. I mean, you know I get off.
We definitely do, man. Guys, I mean, people. Come on, man. This is. I mean, we talked about it just yesterday, and one of the topics is about the academic side of it. And we always like to preach this academic stuff because it normally is to feel good, and is incompatible when you throw it out there, man. You know, it's like you hear kids all the time. Why you pick this school? Well, they have the best engineering program, and that's why I picked this school. And then hell, 6 months later he's transferring. So that ain't why you picked the school. That's what I'm saying. But they say that because we make people feel that that's what they must say, something about academics, when truth be told, your actions show you don't give a damn about the academics like you should. And it ain't. And the thing is, like you mentioned earlier, if it ain't academics, damn it, just get a vocation.
Yes.
Vocations are free. And the thing that's happening now is that people are worried about a certain sect of our population taking up jobs. Well, you know what's happening now? Since the COVID, a lot of companies have relaxed their hiring practices, and a lot of companies have started to hire felons who were qualified. Because I know in many states, if you don't graduate high school, you're eligible for free learning all the way through as long as you're incarcerated. So a lot of those dudes come out of the joint with not just an associate degree, but bachelor's degree, master's degree, a trade, with applicable skill sets. They're taking jobs. How do you think that college educated person feel knowing that? And a lot of people now, they turn their nose up at the, let's say, McDonald's, because that old qualified person, you're not going to get the job before them. But back to this stuff, man. This we got to find ways to be better and assist each other. And a lot of people, you sit back and you watch people make these type of moves, and it's almost like you want them to run off the cliff. And you know, deep down inside, parents are just trying their best. That their parents, most come on, how the parents are just trying their best to do what they think or what they've been led to believe is the best thing for their kid. That's all, man. But at the same time, you're trusting somebody, and that's what the problem is. People feeding so much bad dope. Everybody's going to tell everybody. Think about it. How do we've seen 2 or 3 schools come and go in Houston? Not with the same reason, but just come and go on the academic front. Just, how would you say it? Advertising something that really was premature. Man, we proved by the NCAA. Man, we accredited. Man, we approved. Well, we good to go. And all you have to do is pick up the phone and call the NCAA and ask them. Call the TEA and ask them. And what they'll say, oh, no, trust me, I got it. I mean, everybody has all of the slick responses. But this stuff got to stop, man. It got to stop. And hopefully it stops sooner than later. That's what I have on that topic right there. Oh, man, it's sad, man. That stuff's sad, Adam. It is, man. It is.
Jimmy, when I look at these people, and Jimmy, I ain't gonna call his name. I never forget a guy I was recruiting one time. One of the best players in the country. I thought I had him. And next thing you know, Norm Nixon got in the business and told the dude that Debbie Allen, his wife, was going to get his daughter in some of her movies on TV. That's why he went and signed with Norm Nixon. Daughter ain't never been in a movie, ain't never got a read for a movie. People just want stuff, man. People want something. You're one of the best football players in the country, and you go with somebody close. His wife said he gonna get your little daughter into one of her TV shows. Then I look at his life now. He's not a Hall of Famer. Didn't even have a great pro career. I don't even hear nothing about him anymore. What's your favorite word, Jimmy? There's choices and there's consequences. And what's happening, somebody's making these choices. And these poor kids got to live with these consequences. And like I was saying today, we just got to have a catcher's mitt because they still our kids. They still our kids. And if they in this community and come from a community that I'm in, I'm still going to do anything I can to help them become a positive, become a great dad. Like I told you, Jimmy, I mean, Charles called me the other day, because, they asked for certain people to make a video, and they played it at the party. And I made a video, and one of the things he just called me, he said, "Old man," he said, "Call me old man. Old man, I really appreciate you, man." And all I did was say, I watched him become a Hall of Fame dad, Hall of Fame brother, Hall of Fame son, Hall of Fame husband. Let me tell you something. That's all we can ever ask for the people, the kids that surround us. We just keep giving them information. Let me tell you something. Charles didn't have a perfect career. He had ups, he had downs, downs and ups and downs. But you can't throw the kids away. See, and Jimmy, this is what I keep thinking about. We talking about the coaching, we talking about everybody going to jail. What's going to happen to these babies? What's going to happen to these young men? What's going to happen to them? Where can they fall? What can they fall back on? Because they listen to somebody and have them in this situation, man. So we have to be do a better job of understanding. You know, like I was telling Paul earlier, Jimmy, I don't know what overtime gonna bring, but guess what? They're still our kids. I'm not wishing. You know, some people, no, they still our kids. Grew up in this community, especially the ones in our community. The two that's going from our community. It's our job. Because you're going to mess up in life. I'm not on the first job I've ever had. Neither y'all. I'm not in the first opportunity I've ever had. Neither y'all. So we just got to build a better infrastructure where when these kids need our help, not all the time our freaking criticism. Because if you ain't did it at the level that they did it, or the level that they trying to go, ain't no use in you criticizing them no damn way. So it's just we just got to do better, Jimmy. That even if somebody had the thought in their head in this community to come in here and try to do some damn shit like that to our kids, that's why I love how you be on these people's ass about this prep school and these in these teams. I mean these people. You know, because they'll say, well, Jimmy ain't with it. No, he's just trying. Dude, he done seen the bullshit before. Excuse my language. This our community. These our natural resources, man. It's so when these kids, like them kids in Ohio, Jimmy, where the hell they gonna go? Ain't nobody said nothing. I ain't heard nobody say nothing. I've been hearing all kind of Twitter and coming on Twitter making fun of everybody. But take a look, y'all. I played a video in the room, Jimmy. These
Stop! If you're not ready to kill, if you're not ready to take a life,
you can talk over it if you want to, Jim. These kids in here, man.
don't step out.
If you're not ready to take a life,
What they gonna
if you're
do?
not ready to take a life,
Yeah. Hold on. You didn't hear that? Hold on, let me play it again. I'm sorry. Oh, listen.
Stop! If you're not ready to kill, if you're not ready to take a life, if you're not ready, don't step out. Then don't step out. Take your ass home. You're in black. Black for a reason. Mask up. Hey! Take everything we get done. It's a fucking stick up. Let's go. Let's go.
Jimmy, he said take everything you get like it's a fucking stick up.
now, remember now, the head of the coach that got fired, Roy Johnson, I think that's his last name. Remember the conversation I read you guys some excerpts earlier from two players that was from last year's team. And I read you a couple of more. I just got to, because everybody didn't check this out. That way you can feel some potholes in this stuff. Roy, this player number 2. He says, Roy talking about the coach who just got fired, Roy Johnson. Roy's a really good talker. I give Roy that. Roy's good with his words. Roy made me believe, but I should have done more research. I wasn't one of these guys who were 18, 19. We were pretty young. We just bought the aspect. Roy knows what to say and makes your parents believe. He told us that Bishop Sycamore had nothing to do with the previous school, COF, who had gotten in trouble and disbanded. Right? So now I go, check this out. This is when I'm gonna give you this one right here. Something else that happened. These kids say, I think they asked him, they said, what would you say the worst thing that Roy done to you guys? And so players say, man, it's a long list. And one of them says, I think it's selling the false dreams. Remember that, selling the false dreams. And I'll tell you something about that in just a second. Like telling your players you're going to have X, Y, Z, and we're going to fund this and that, and not having any of that provided for your kids. Let me go back and say it again. That sounds like something that many of you hear, not just in prep school. Don't some of you hear that in grassroots too? Telling your players you're going to have X, Y, and Z players on the team, right? Y'all going to have this player, this player, this player. You got a 7-footer coming from over here. Y'all going to be good, right? We got a sponsor. We going to fund this and that. We going all these places. Matter of fact, some guys so good, they give you a schedule of every city that you want to name that across the country, right? And at the end of the day, not having any of that provided for your kids, right? Check this out. That was one time, whereas these kids, both of these young men last year, one had decided he was leaving. He get downstairs and the apartment monitor or the clerk or whatever, the manager say, hey, where y'all going? We're moving out. What's going on? And kids say, no, we just, I'm gone. And the lady say, well, where's the coach at? Because, the reason that what's going on, because, letting you know that y'all, I'm sorry we had to evict y'all. Kid didn't know that eviction was coming because the coach hadn't paid the rent in 4 months for the apartments where the kids were living at. These are some of the stories that happened with this program. And this guy's going to go all the way. The boat is going to be underwater. And he's still going to be claiming that he ain't did nothing, that everything he did was for these kids. Howard, did you see the pictures of what those kids had to eat? These kids testified during this deposition. They ate every other day. They had to go to Target and steal food. They didn't think of it as stealing. They thought of it as surviving. To get food during the gap days. They eat a hot dog one day, eat a hot dog or something a couple of days later. The day after.
I had to stop reading because it was trauma to me. It was trauma.
Can you just imagine that?
Yeah.
And think about it. This is somebody's baby. Somebody's baby. And it's that easy. And guess what, Hannah? Did you read the part about in the conversation about that was a situation where this head coach allegedly sicked like a dog, sicked his team players
on a homeless man.
On a homeless man who was suspected of breaking in his car when they woke up that morning and caught him. He let the team and sicked them on him, and they vastly injured this homeless man because the kids thought they was doing what they coach. It was all fun and games. Whoop him, get him.
You know what's so unique? Sports in Alfeo did say it. Sports are great. Okay? Sports are great. We ain't talking about sports are not great. High school sports are great. Sports in our community is great. I think it's great. We have to, but we have to highlight these kind of stories because we're not doing this we just trying to we don't want this to happen no more. Jimmy, I saw an article. It said Bishop Sycamore director talking about the controversy of the game. He said the football program is not a scam. Sonya Billingsley, what Mindy at? Let me read y'all a little something, Jimmy. They say, Jimmy, I know you got to get out of here, but I'm going to make it quick. They said on Sunday, they got beat by 1,000. But the director said, there is nothing that I've gotten out of this that would constitute it as a scam. Because I'm not gaining anything financially from what we're doing. Last name Peterson. Hold on. The reality is of it that I have a son named Javon that's also in the program and has been in the program for 4 years. If it's a scam and the kids are not going to school and not doing what they're supposed to do, then I'm literally scamming myself. And most importantly, I'm hurting my own son. So when people say stuff like that, like what y'all talking about on here, I would literally be taking my son's future and throwing it in the trash. In addition to lacking basic information about the school, Bishop Sycamore's website looks more like a football blog with advice on how to be recruited. Guess what he said to that when the man told him? Jimmy, he said, well, we have to make sure the website also includes the academic part of it.
I make the website include what?
The academic part of it. This the director. He said, well, you know what? We have to make sure the website. He said, there's things that you learn. Hold up, Jimmy. There's things that you learn, he said. There's growing pains that you have. Your son been in the program for 4 years, but you're still learning. I understand. We realize that it's an issue. The reality of it is we've caused some of the questions by not doing some of the things that should have been done before. So that's understandable, he said. I totally get that. We have to make an actual school website. That's what he said. I don't want to go no further, Jimmy, because he's making me sick.
And you know what? Right on cue, I just thought about something. You guys in the VIP news today on rcsports.com in the VIP news. I share a story of another program that has dissolved operations in Greater Houston.
What?
Go right on cue. And a lot of those kids are going back to their schools that they previously checked out of. Checked out of the schools. And once again, parents not doing enough homework. And because you know why I say that? You could have easily did homework and waited till it jump off and then go on and check your kid out. You could have checked them out now and checked them on in. You check your school, and this is it's becoming just too repetitious, man. And I really believe that if more people would just patch together their efforts, because it's becoming an epidemic, because now, understand something, doing one thing, but these kids and these families are being hurt. And then you get more and more of these kids. This is the mental health aspect of you trusting a grown-up and realizing that you got gold medal flour That's the part that's hurting. So that's what we had, Howard. And what I can do right now as we get ready to land this plane is I promise you guys to give you these names from Rucker on Wood, the top performers. And what we did was we have every of the coach, all coaches except for one has yet to send in his ballot, his picks. So I'm going to give you what I have, and this number here, it stops at 20. So I'm going to give you 20 names, 20 12th graders who performed the best according to those coaches, those college coaches who were on the bench. Now, mind you, many of these guys picked the same players.
Okay.
Right? But these are the 20 with the most votes. In alphabetical order by first name. Eric Holcomb, 6'4", from Westbury Christian School. Eric Holcomb, he wore number 73.
Okay.
Next up, Angel Johnson, 6'1" at Atascocita High School. He wore number 70. Brody Robinson, 5'10", Houston Christian School. He wore number 6. Bryson Yarbrough, 6'2", from C.E. King High School. He wore number 54. Cameron Love Adams, 6'6", at Pearland High School. Cameron wore number 11. Next up, Connor Miller, 6'3", at Atascocita High School. Connor wore number 26. Darius Woodson, 6'7", from Goose Creek Memorial High School. He wore number 52. Why don't you share the show right now? This would be a good time to share the show to your timelines. How everybody can get a share, and I'm going to share with you guys right now as we are halfway through with these names. And there we go. Next up, Drake Jackson, 6'2", from Baytown Sterling High School. Drake wore number 56. Greg Sulio, 6'7", from Huffman Hargrave High School. He wore number 83. Hayden Windsor, 6'6", from Dawson High School. He wore number 66. Jared Valencia is 6'9", Legacy of the School of Sports Sciences. He wore number 57, and he only played 2 of their 3 games. He left right after the going into bracket play. I'm not sure of the reason. Jalen Johnson is next up, and Jalen Johnson is 5'11" at Summer Creek High School. He wore number 37.
Yeah, wait a minute. I like Jalen Johnson is the guy. Angel John, them 2 Johnson boys ain't playing.
Yeah, they
Okay.
different schools. They're in the same district.
Okay.
Summer Creek and Atascocita.
So they're going to be going at each other.
Twice, at least, this year.
Okay.
Remember, they just played each other. Atascocita and Summer Creek met in the regional championship to go to state.
I didn't
The game ended in overtime. Remember, Atascocita won in overtime. Justin Norris, 6'6", at Cy Ranch High School. He wore number 81. Kimo Millender, 6 foot tall, Clearbrook High School. He wore number 10. Right? That's Smurf's older brother, had her from yesterday. Mm-hmm. Logan Watts, 6'3", at Episcopal School. He wore number 24. Howdy, this was a last-minute standby.
What?
Standby.
Wait a minute, Logan. Hold on.
Yeah.
I got to write Logan name down.
Logan Watts.
Logan what?
Logan Watts.
Okay.
He had 2 different head coaches calling and texting for him to get in 24 hours before the event. Two different coaches, high school coaches.
I
So
like
you know
that.
what that means. Know what that means, Heather. Two different high school coaches.
They trying they trying to knock him off.
One trying to get him to stay, and one trying to get him to come.
go.
They get him-
Wow.
So,
That's good. Keep going. I like that.
Next up, we got Luke Hatcher. Luke Hatcher is 6'5" from Stratford High School. He wore number 41. Sean Elkington, 6'7", Crosby High School. He wore number 84.
Okay.
TJ Ashford, 6'2", at Side Creek High School. He wore number 39.
Okay.
Trevor Frank, 6 foot tall, at Katy Paytow High School. He wore number 16. And last but not least, Chili Willie Williams, 6'4", Westfield High School. He wore number 58. And
Jimmy, you didn't say Chili Willie, did you?
I like Chili Willie, man. Willie, hey, ask me why they call him Chili.
Jimmy, hold up, Jimmy. Wait a minute. Whoa. Wait a minute. That's the class, the seniors.
That's senior.
Where
I only
is-
gave you 20. Only gave you 20.
Wait a minute. What class was my man in?
Who, Moss?
Yeah.
He's in that class.
Moss did.
That's one dunk, Heather. The coaches pick the players.
Oh,
why
I
highlight
got you.
A mixtape can maybe make you think other things. That was a dunk.
I'm still gonna go watch him play now.
Yeah, and those coaches did 8 different coaches, and that don't mean he didn't do well.
Yeah.
He just wasn't one of their top players.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
And that's the thing. And yeah,
I got
so
you. We got
that's
some work to do, Moss.
Got
Moss,
work
we
to
got to
do.
get in the gym, baby.
and I got work to do as well. But
Yeah,
I
we gotta
hope
get
you
out
guys-
of here, man.
Sorry for cutting you guys short today. And yeah, still my laptop is still not at the shop yet. But I'm on one of the desktops in the office now, and so that's what I'm rolling. So this actually was a good little setup. I actually made this work today. I didn't think I'd be able to make it work. I mean, I think so. I kind of like that. But we want to thank you guys for tuning to the Chop Shop. Great day, great convo.
Great day.
Hopefully we pulled up the antenna
Yeah.
of a lot of you parents and relatives out there. There's nothing wrong with going the extra mile.
Right.
Often that shortcut or that quick way. Sometimes you ever tried to go the shortest way or the quick way, and you end up getting stopped by a train. Sometimes it's a train on the track.
Yeah, a long time ago when I didn't have Waze.
A lot of times it's trains on the track. So be careful out there, man. That's all I can tell you, man. Be careful. You got to be smarter. And nobody's going to ridicule you guys, parents, for making the wrong decision.
No.
We understand.
Shit, I done made mistakes.
You're trusting your kids into the hands of basically strangers.
Mm.
You're not asking us enough questions.
Yes.
Start to validate us more.
Right.
And if we're not willing to help you to validate ourselves to you, then guess what? Or steer you in the direction of a place where you can be educated and learn on your own, then guess what? That's a red flag. Red flag. You got to. And in many cases, if the person that is willing to share their story, you will often fall into a greater degree of fondness for that person. Instead of telling you everything that they got this, do that, I got that. Tell me your story. Because some things don't add up. If you got all this stuff, then why your time is divulged into full time into these kids to lure them. So you want to be a caretaker. You want to be a home, basically a grown-up daycare attendant. That's what you want to be. Think about it, guys. Find out the story. ask questions. But on that note, it's time to slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing on this Women Rock Wednesday. Shout out to all the ladies out there.
Yeah.
I see you over there, Marissa. I see you.
good.
Marissa, she's grooving today. And I see Jacqueline Mosley. I see Olga Hatter over there in the boom boom room.
I saw Mandy, and Sonya.
Yeah. Shout out to all you ladies and have a pleasant afternoon and be safe out there. And more importantly, strive to help pull up the antenna of the next person so that they can just like somebody influenced them to turn left, influence them to get on back on the right road, and the right road of doing more homework in this stuff. This stuff will get you. This sports, amateur sports in today's culture will get you. If you out there wide open, you will get got. I'm telling you.
Wide open. We got to talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wide open.
So we'll see you guys on behalf of Robert Hatter. This is Jim Hicks. I'm up out of here, guys. Peace, man. We'll see you guys on 22 hours. We up out of here. Chop shop.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop.